Hello viewers, my name is Ashok Sen Gupta. I am working as an assistant professor in School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Today, our topic of discussion is activity based costing. It is a topic actually it is a tool which we use to do the costing in various projects. And today we also discussed in this topic in our subject project management as a part of MBA program. So, activity based costing, generally known as ABC method, is a system you can use to find out the production cost. It is a break down the overhead cost between the production related activity. ABC system assign cost of each activity that goes into production, such as worker testing a product. Manufacturing businesses a high overhead cost are active based costing clear picture where money is going, because ABC have a specific production cost background. You can see the product actually profitable. So, ABC A, B we categorize activity based costing. What is the activity going to be done in a various products, and in this product streamlined product, like this is the first step or first process of any production. What is the cost of that? So, you say 2 rupees per unit. Additionally, next step of production, you can say 3 rupees per unit, and at last you find that our overall cost of unit per unit is rupees 6. So, product actually ABC helps the production manager, cost managers to understand the various aspect of costing in various level of production. If we calculate the production cost, properly, then company always in upper hand while taking decision in price making. Whenever your production cost is under control, you can add the administrative expenses and other expenses and find out the total cost of the product and add profit margin. If you have a low cost, then you can earn more and more profit, because you cannot change the service, you cannot change the sales price, you cannot change nowadays, because there is a huge level of competition among the products. There is very few products in market which have its own monopoly. They have a substitute of each and every product. So, whenever product or services in here, whenever you company is going to produce any kind product, he is looking to reduce the cost, and ABC is a method which helps to reduce the cost. So, use of ABC costing, taking into consideration both direct and overhead cost of to creating each product. So, there are two type of cost, one is direct and second is overhead cost, or we say indirect cost, variable cost. So, take into consideration ABC costing, activity based costing take the consideration of direct cost and overhead cost. When we consider the direct cost and overhead cost properly, we can find out the total cost. We can easily find out the total cost. Second point of users, recognize that different products require different indirect expenses. So, every product have its own every product have its own characteristics, every product have its own nature, and according to that there is their indirect expenses varies, their indirect expenses varies. So, when there is when indirect expenses changes, it is also impact on total cost. So, you cannot judge same indirect expenses, or you cannot use same indirect expenses in every product line, in every product, in every project also. So, ABC is a method which differentiate the product requirement according to the indirects. Fourth, more accurately set prices, more accurately set prices. If you accurately judge or accurately calculate the cost, if you accurately cost, then it is helpful to judge the proper pricing of these particular share and service, particular product and services. Some product having say you can say very less margins, some have the good margins. So, how we differentiate? So, it is need to set the prices. Why the Apple mobile phones are expensive in compared to Android? If we talk about the prices, why Apple mobile phone is, how they cost their mobile phones. Of course, they have a good features, they have a more securities and other things. So, it is important what are the, how much you accurately set the prices. Now, if we talk here, now we talk about the mobile phone, and we know that it is one of the thing which we all have nowadays. So, consider a point where companies are fighting with each other on the basis of pricing. In refrigerators, whenever company going for a new design, new refrigeration in the market, want to new technology in the market, company need huge brainstorming work and also need to work on its pricing. So, pricing is very accurately done by the activity based costing. It is also helped to cut down the overhead cost which is not less required, which is less required. Sometime in any product development, in any service some cost is huge and some cost is very high, low. So, we need to differentiate which cost is low, which thing we not required, and we cut off that. Activity based costing versus traditional costing. ABC provides an alternative traditional costing. ABC provides an alternative to traditional costing. Traditional costing applies on average overhead rate to direct production, cost based, or a cost driver. Or a cost driver, volume or hourly. So, traditional costing approach is nowadays changed over the activity based costing, where we try to do costing of each and everything minutely. We understand and analysis the things, and do the costing accordingly. But some production related activities are more overhead expenses than others. As a result, traditional can give inaccurate costing of making of each product. If we go for the traditional costing, if we talk about the traditional costing, then sometime it not provide us a good result of costing, which finally hamper the business, finally hamper the profitability. So, in some products we need accurate costing, because company have very low profitability margin and company cannot afford to lose the market because of the high costing, because if you high the costing, either you lose the profit or if you increase the sale or increase the sale price, then you lose the market. Therefore, it is very important to understand the ABC and compare it with the traditional costing. Traditional costing is similar, but less scientific than activity costing. You might consider going with traditional costing if you are only making few product. Like it is a very good example if you talk about the HUL. If you talk about the HUL, Hindustan Unilever Limited, Procter & Gamble's, ITC, they are producing huge product line, personal care, food, beverages, etc. and etc. And these are all part of the project. So, when companies are going for a number of project manufacturing, then they are not able to afford traditional costing, because nowadays companies do their marketing according to the time basis, customers requirement basis, etc. Let us take any project. Nowadays we see that most of the advertisement in television, we see they promote to be safe with the by using sanitizer, by using soap, or by using face mask. Companies give awareness how COVID-19 is dangerous and how we can save us from that. For that reason, they use different marketing strategies to sell their product by adding some value addition information for the customers. And this is new, because advertisement also a part of cost. Traditionally, it was not happened. So, when you going to launch your advertisement, when your product is going to be launched, the market is depend on the strategies and its costing. Coca-Cola's actively advertise their product near about festivals, especially Diwali. So, it is a part of their marketing, but I am not here to discuss here the marketing, we are talking about the ABC. So, ABC costing base and marketing and advertisement incurs cost. When company do the advertisement, they have a huge cost involved. We may also use traditional costing for reporting externally to the investors, and internal costing for the managers. Basically, in our annual report, in any annual report, we cannot find the cost sheet of any company, because it is internal use. we can find the production of any raw material cost, raw material, how much raw material used, but not in detail. So, traditional costing is important for the investor, but ABC is important for the internal assessment to managers, because it is more you can say segmented, more in deep assessment, and you can also we can say that the internal managers can assess better. If we publicly announce, then our competitors also able to find out the rates of costing, and which will create difficulty for us in future. Therefore, traditional costing is a part of investors reporting to the investors, while ABC is a part of internal environment and managers. Benefit of ABC costing. First benefit of ABC costing is budgeting. So, budgeting, okay, budget, what is budget? Budget is a future estimations. So, what is budgeting? Is a process where we estimate the future costing of any product and project. We use that tool to estimate the various cost of component used in the budget. So, by using activity based costing can help us to set up accurate budget that breaks exactly where your money is going. When your budget is accurate, then we can work according to budget. Okay, where we see where we find that there is a opportunity, we try to invest in that kind of project. But before starting of the project, we need a budget. A budget is a statement where we estimate the different expenses and earnings in future. With the help of ABC method, we accurately get to know where our money is going. Investors also want to know कहाँ पैसा जाएगा आपका. तो when a bank, any company move to bank for borrowing the loan for their companies, especially banks, the bank asks to provide projected balance sheet, projected cost sheet, projected fund account, duly signed by the chartered accountant. It is because bank also want to satisfy themselves that it is the total cost of the, these are the cost, these are the profitability, these are the various expenses incurred in the company, and company will earn this much of profit, not exactly, but approximately this much of profit at end of the first year or end of the second year. So, if we offer them loan, if we provide them loan, then our investment is successful and we get the returns, because our bank providing services, they also required, they need to provide the loans. Without if bank not provide the loan, bank cannot run, this is their business, but they provide the loan by judging the things, by looking forward the bank budget statement of the companies, and with the help of ABC costing we can create a good budget statement. Second decision is also overhead decision making, overhead expenses. So, where ABC system shows overhead expenses, ABC shows how you use overhead cost which helps you determining whether certain activities are necessarily for production. कैसे करोगे? Certain activities are necessary for the production. So certain activities को करने के लिए आपको अपने बजट को ध्यान में रखना है, ओवरहेड कॉस्टिंग को ध्यान में रखना है. ये खर्चे हैं हमारे, सैलरी इतनी देनी है, वेज इतनी देना है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल इतना आ सकता है, कोरियर चार्ज इतने हैं, कंप्यूटर एक्सपेंस इतने हैं, कंप्यूटर ऑपरेटर को इतना ऐसा देना है. Activity based costing help you to identify whether you are wasting money. If you find that some activities cost more than they should, you can find new method of somewhere. आपको अगर लगता है आपने बाइफरकेट किया, आपने रिकेट किया, आपने ब्रेक डाउन किया और आपको लगा कि ये इतना है, इसको हम कम कर सकते हैं, इसको हम कम कर सकते हैं, तो यू नीड टू फाइंड न्यू वे. क्योंकि जितना ज़्यादा आप कॉस्ट कम करेंगे, जितना ज़्यादा आप अपनी कॉस्ट को कम करेंगे, उतना ही प्रॉफिट आएगा. मैं बहुत बार बता चुका इन चीज़ों को. सो कॉस्ट एक्टिविटी बेस्ड कॉस्टिंग हेल्प यू टू आइडेंटिफाई वेदर यू आर वेस्टिंग मनी. ओके, सो दिस इज द important factor of overhead cost. Third is product pricing, very important. Third is product pricing. What is the cost of the pen? What is the cost of that pen? What is the cost of the like this pen? I have the pen, I have this pen. Okay, so this pen cost, our price of this pen is 150. So how we can judge that this pen must be a 150 rupees? 100 का क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि मार्केट में when you going to enter in the market, you find that there are several players in the market, lots of players in the market, and you have to sell your product with them. Why customer choose your product? Either you have a very good brand, very good quality, or if you having a normal brand, if you having a normal quality product, then what will be your pricing? Like in case of apparels, there are several apparels like Velusan, Aero, Allen Sony, Lee Cooper, Flying Machines, etc., etc., Peter England, Peter. So etc. There are various brands. So these brands are fighting with each other. These brands are fighting with each other to provide the best price to the customer, and this pricing is important in case of product pricing. Drawbacks. Complex and not 100% accurate. Complex and not 100% accurate. Therefore, ABC costing is a little bit complex, okay, and it is not 100% accurate, because no method is 100% accurate. Therefore, there are two drawbacks of ABC costing. Now, it is very important to understand that every tool have its own costing, have its own drawback and benefits. So, here ABC costing has little bit complexity, because you need to break down the things, you need to cost the each and everything, and then put in the picture. Second, it is not 100% accurate, because nothing in the world is no calculation 100%. If you want to estimate in future, it is just estimated. So, my dear friends, today we discussed about the topic ABC costing. This ABC costing is a part of project management, where we need to figure out each and every component of the cost with the help of ABC and try to provide best budgeting figures, best costing figures. So, our investor will be happy, our budget will not variate from the actual cost will not vary from the budgets. Secondly, our project will finish at proper time and proper costing. Thank you for watching this video.